Unfortunately, I knocked over my camera in mid video of reviewing this fragrance. But anyway, I'm going to be reviewing a fragrance that has been out for a while now. This is from the house Parfums de Marly. It is a flanker of a very popular fragrance, one that has been very, well received and promoted a lot and pushed by Jeremy Fragrances and a few other fragrance reviewers. It does not get as much love and hype as things like Leighton and Herod from the house, but it certainly still is one of the more popular ones. And this is a flanker of that. So that is Pegasus by Parfums de Marly. I'm going to be reviewing Pegasus Exclusif. So this, again, is a flanker. It is a darker take on the Pegasus DNA. Anybody who's familiar with Pegasus by Parfums de Marly knows that it is really an almond fragrance. It's an almond fragrance. It's got this powderiness to it, but it also has a metallic edge, and that metallic edge helps it lean more. It's unisex, but it helps it lean more masculine. I still think it leans femme. I think the original Pegasus is unisex, in my opinion, leaning towards the feminine side. But this really does the DNA, and I have not smelled the original. Again, this is going to be first impressions, but I have smelled clones of it. Smelled clones from Montaigne, King's Fragrances, Dua, and varying different quality based on those, obviously, but they all have that same kind of Pegasus DNA, but they darken it up. And so I have no doubt this is going to be that. I will say, just like Leighton Exclusive, I did notice this didn't have as much. The clones did not have as much of that civet, that just kind of animalic barnyard smelling oud either. Kind of like smells like fecal matter. I did not notice that in the Pegasus Exclusive clones. However, I did notice that in Leighton Exclusive, the real deal. So I'm curious if Pegasus Exclusive is going to have that as well, or if that was something just Leighton really had about it, because the clones of Pegasus Exclusive don't. They're just a much woodier, spicier version of Pegasus, which helps it lean way more masculine. So anyway, we're going to get into this. Again, this has been out for a while. They come in two different size bottles. Most Parfums de Marly's do, either the 75 ml or the 125 ml. The bigger bottles are cool because they're 4.2 ounces, so they're bigger. Nice presentation, typical Parfums de Marly. Bottle sits in the little insert in there. Now this bottle is different color than the Pegasus. The original Pegasus is a metallic silver. This is more of a charcoal gray. It has that super heavy cap, just like all the other ones. Anybody who knows Parfums de Marly knows what I'm talking about. Serious weight to that. I did get this from eDiscount Perfumes, and I know some people were saying that, they weren't legit, but there was a ton of 40,000 reviews on eBay saying they were amazing, and a lot of people on the groups who said they were as well. This was extremely cheap at the time I got it. Not extremely cheap. For this, it was. I think I paid $160 for it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I get from it. Again, I've never smelled the original. I have only smelled the clones. Ooh, nice atomizer. That's Parfums de Marly. Not a surprise there. Ooh. Immediately getting that Pegasus DNA. This wonderful, and it's really just the normal Pegasus DNA, but you get this in the very far back. You can get a tinge of the oud, the woods. It does not smell like animalic, though. So I'm going to let it dry down because I know that's kind of really when it really comes out. Right now I'm getting that powderiness. I'm getting that metallic almond smell, sweetness, slight, again, powderiness to it with a wood backing. But I'm going to let it dry down a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and look up the official notes because I don't know if the official notes do have civet in it. I know Leighton Exclusive does. I do not know if that is the case with, with Pegasus Exclusive. So we're going to find out, and that could be why they differ. Again, the clones that I've smelled of this never really had that animalic touch to it. All right, so the notes are cardamom, heliotrope, pink pepper, bergamot, bitter almond, lavender, jasmine, geranium, vanilla, guyakwood, agarwood, sandalwood, and amber. And I think that's why. Notably, again, I think that's why I like Pegasus Exclusive better than Leighton Exclusive. But I like Leighton better than Pegasus. And the reason is there isn't that civet in Pegasus Exclusive, but Leighton Exclusive very much has that in there. So it is a more barnyard smelling, fecal matter smelling touch to the DNA that I do not like. I think had they taken the Leighton DNA and literally did the same thing they did with Pegasus DNA, it would have turned out a lot better. But see in the mid, this is the Leighton. See the civet? That's what's killing it. This is much cleaner, smells much better, much more mass appealing. It is really just a masculine take on The Pegasus DNA, still technically unisex. A woman could pull this off, but it is a more masculine touch. I really enjoy this. Really enjoy it. Again, it makes it more complex. Again, you get way more notes in this, but they're all really nice, kind of formal, masculine notes. And you get that nice woodiness about this that is not in the original without getting that kind of, dung smell or the fecal matter smell. So Pegasus Exclusive to me is very high on my rankings of Parfums de Marly. Pegasus itself is pretty low. I would put Sedley above Pegasus for sure. I would put, obviously, Harrod and Layton above Pegasus, Carlisle above Pegasus. But when we're talking about Pegasus Exclusive, I think from a mass appeal situation, I think it hinges, in my opinion, above Carlisle. I think the way I see it, and this is my own personal opinion, the way I would rank them for my own enjoyment would be Layton, Harrod, then under that, probably Sedley, Pegasus Exclusive, Carlisle, and then from there it gets a little kind of, I like Owagen, but it's very limited, very niche. You can only really wear it in certain settings. So to me, I think Greenlee maybe. I like Percival, but again, you can get the DNA for a lot cheaper. So anyway, it kind of gets blurry after that. But this is really good. Pegasus Exclusive, if you're worried because you smell Layton Exclusive and you think it's going to smell like that, it doesn't. It's a more woody, masculine, complex. There's a lot of lavender in there as well. Version of Pegasus, and man, it is good. So that's my first impressions. I'm glad to finally have it in my collection, the real one. I have pretty much everything. Well, take that back. Most of the at least the popular line of Parfums de Marly. Again, Layton Exclusive, Pegasus Exclusive now, Galloway, Sedley, Greenlee, Owagen. Yeah, I think that's it, right? But I have most of the Parfums de Marly line as far as the mass appealing ones go. Percival, So anyway, happy to have this in the collection. Yeah, I will be doing a couple other videos of this. I'm going to be doing a comparison with the Montaigne version of this, the clone, and I will also be doing a video comparing it directly to Pegasus itself and doing kind of a direct comparison. Hopefully it's helpful when you're making decisions on which to get.